Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Do I have a capture? I do. Oh yeah. I'm off to get some food. No worries, Danny. You take care of yourself. So Nilla, Summer Games Fest is about to start, which is basically the E3 equivalent that we have now. Presented by Jeff Keighley, whole bunch of game companies getting together to show off their trailers and get people hyped. So we're gonna watch that for a few hours. It's not as big, but it's always good for some entertainment value. Look at different food. Okay. So yeah, basically we're just going to be ragging on some big name studios while praising the indies. Oh hey, I got some commission updates. Nice. Oh God, I just checked the message I got earlier from Annie with the joke that might be a bit too much for Twitch. Yeah, it is a little bit. It is a little bit like that. Ooh boy, Annie, if you're here, what the heck? Oh God. 80% pre-rendered trailers and 10% gameplay. Oh yeah, that happens. That happens. Uh, how am I doing for water? I should make sure I have enough. And I just emptied my bottle, so I'm gonna go get a refill. Let's switch back to the BRB screen, and I will just be a second. Okay, Bloodborne on PC and Silksong and SOTE. Something of the something. Uh. Hmm. Shadow of the Earth. Right, yeah, okay, I'm with you. Yeah. Oh, Jagger, I barely ever buy anything new, but I like to know what's on the way. And rip on the bigger companies that, keep doing horribly abusive stuff. Symphony of the Eight, yes. Besides, Summer Games Fest is where they announced Joker for Smash Ultimate. Like that was a big deal. So sometimes you get some really good stuff. Though annoyingly, I recall that Summer Game Fest started at like 1 a.m. my time. So I went to bed, woke up early, and watched it before work. But when I was halfway through watching it, and I was speeding up through a bunch of intro stuff, my friend goes, "Yo, Joker and Smash, can you believe it?" I was so upset. while I was watching it.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards.
Let me know how volume is, by the way. I hope they announced Jeff Keighley for Smash. Kinda low.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Hi, Jeff.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you. We are live here.
It's the Doritos Pope, Jeff Keighley.
And it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever.
Yo, I'd love Peggle too.
When I started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a spare bedroom, I never imagined it would grow into this. Today,
They did already make Peggle too. Yes, it's a very prominent joke. I love it. The announcement was amazing.
Meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development.
I miss PopCap so much.
Today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
You released that already. That was a while ago.
Don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season. And yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. That's all I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting.
Okay, something we're not expecting. Let's go. Is that Prince of Persia?
Our kingdom is cursed. The prince has been kidnapped and taken to a forbidden land.
Oh, thank you, Vinny. What are we looking at? What have we got now? I don't see it updated.
Save the empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next.
Yeah, like, props for giving love to a franchise that they kind of killed repeatedly. But yeah, no, Ubisoft is still garbage and have a history of abuse in their workplaces. So I will not be purchasing this. Oh, this music doesn't fit at all. Do I need to be saying Audio Jungle? Ah, God. Turn the audio a little lower just in case. A little bit lower. Yeah. I remember when Yves Guillemot was talking about how he wasn't aware of all of the sexual misconduct and such in the company. So he was basically saying either... Well, he's either a liar or very bad at his job. Probably both.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024. A brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible...
For some reason, for a distance, I read that as a Netflix original, not an Ubisoft original.
You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest.
My brain is broken.
All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right.
30 years. Oh, is it Mortal Kombat time? Yeah. Hi, Mike. You missed the Prince of Persia trailer.
Keep you waiting on this one.
But we don't like Ubisoft,
It has been
so...
4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet.
I have nothing against the Mortal Kombat developers.
Timeline, and it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story.
How much censoring am I going to have to do here?
Yes, of course, the fatalities of
A lot apparently. You know, we're fine. We're fine so far. Oh my god.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight.
I just cannot play fighting games. See, I would just spam that ice attack once I figured out the combo, like the ice blast, and that would be it.
Proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
So, Sub-Zero and Scorpion are friends in this one?
Sento, it's my family blade. Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Oh my. Yeah, I can handle Smash. Smash is a lot more basic control scheme-wise.
Enough. Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
Yeah, so I read something about, like, this being a reboot in which Liu Kang is the god. And things play out differently.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
Because, you know, I haven't been super paying attention to Mortal Kombat since I don't really like fighting games. I know he was a zombie at one point in, like, Deception. Yeah, Nilla, to my understanding, it's like an alternate universe reboot.
You will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
I know the reddish one is Melina. I think that was Kung Lao. I really don't know my Mortal Kombat very well. Striker? Is that Striker? Jax? So, Jag, I'm pretty sure those are cameo fighters. Like, they're not playable, they can just assist you. Oh my. Oh, just... Oh dear. Oh, I actually did have a censoring plan, but it turns out I messed it up. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my. You have to pre-order to get Shang Tsung, really?
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades.
Is it Ed
Join
Boon?
me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon!
It's Ed Boon. I hope not, Washi. I very much hope not.
Congratulations. They love you.
Please don't linger on this.
First of all, thank you for that incredible.
We're here for the trailers, not the interviews.
The gameplay of MK1.
At least I am.
everyone just wants to know more about this because first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into like a fire god, right? And he created a brand new
Wow,
universe.
spoilers.
And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers.
If this were
now.
E3, this would be Pele.
These things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, in-game gameplay. The cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years.
Yeah, Bal, but this is a new
The thing we
timeline.
want to talk about are these cameos because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your sort of
Sorry, that was
main,
bad.
character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu. So you pick sort of a pair when you start the game.
Yeah, normally in a fighting game, you'll see a roster basically, where you select your character.
Yo,
After you do
Kenshi.
that, there's a
Kenshi was
second
always a
roster of
favorite of mine.
characters,
I thought
which are
he was
whole
cool.
new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters, and these fighters actually. They will join the fight.
Wow.
A lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. So you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's
this is probably a demo, Jack.
Kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. The best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like how often do they come in? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So you can go, push that button with towards and it'll do a different move. Push it with down, it'll do a different move. And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have like in the middle of a combo they'll have a lot
It certainly looks pretty.
Basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya you saw come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
Yeah. You know what else has this mechanic? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle.
Different set of
Oh
characters
yeah.
that'll be in the cameos. Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the
A game that I wish I could play properly.
Cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? You can same thing with Scorpion. But a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's
no, it's allowed, Dar, because they're not just mooks. You know who they are, so you're like, oh wow, I get to get stabbed by Katana. Wow.
There's a lot of like kind of really digging.
That wasn't an assist track. Yeah, that wasn't an assist fighter, was it? Should have said Sonya. Hi Ted, how you doing?
The novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel.
Welcome to our little watch party of Summer Games Fest. You haven't missed much.
90 old games. Let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was people don't know the story.
Wow.
Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment. The first Mortal Kombat game we originally wanted to be Van Damme the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices, too. Wow. So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know
My question is, did they try to get the existing Johnny Cage voice actor? Because I'm not a fan of just replacing voice actors with celebrities.
Very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years. And so, but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it, and
like make it an alternate skin, an alternate voice package, sure, but
a lot more cameo characters, so there's a lot of
professional voice actors are important.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks for
Okay, new game now, please.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly
Don't
fantastic.
talk about Diablo 4.
Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating.
Okay, I'll allow Path of Exile 2. I'll allow Path of Exile 2.
We haven't seen anything on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Where are the gods?
Probably chilling somewhere. They are really offended by her being in the area, huh? Wow.
Looks amazing, and there's more coming in July.
I'm glad it wasn't Diablo 4.
Marked the release of Street Fighter 6,
No Actibliz, please.
Featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Oh boy, are they going to announce a character that I would have assumed was in it already? Wow, they're adding Ryu?
I am the Advanced Artificial Intelligence Leviathan.
Excuse me?
Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
Sorry, what am I missing about Street Fighter 6? Excuse... Oh, more. Roboguile. What the fuck is Exoprimal? What?
I'm guessing Ryu from Street Fighter facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall, with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys?
So it's not out yet?
That may be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
SpongeBob?
It can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
Oh, Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight. We knew about this. Is he a survivor or a monster?
Coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to
It was
the source.
leaked. Okay.
This man's bold creative choices
No.
an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades.
Oh, and it's out?
Films. Please join me in welcoming
No,
the Summer
no.
Game Fest, Nicolas Cage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Happy to meet you.
What
Nick,
the?
I gotta say welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say this is such a
What is he
crazy,
doing here?
unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come back. I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite. Maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game. But Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum.
They asked me, and I said yes as long as they gave me money.
Make movies. One of my favorite genres is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool that, it really is this museum of horror. Michael Myers, you said all these different characters.
This man has never stopped a Cooper in his life.
Do you play yourself, or who do you play?
So I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together to pull through. And
I did not like Dead by Daylight.
That was a large reason for wanting to do it as well.
Wasn't a fan.
And bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal...
This is classic E3. This is really living up to what I expected out of E3. An unwanted celebrity interview.
Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean,
it's not even for a full game. It is for a skin for a survivor.
For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast, and that really put the hook in. Ha, pun intended.
Please get off the stage, Nick.
See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before. Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience.
Oh my
branch
gosh!
Out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say it took me nothing but a split second to say yes.
Inviteless.
Speaking about split seconds, what what I noticed. Excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed.
So I'm just going to browse my emails for a second.
Doing this when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's
hydrate and stretch. Thank you, Coopity. Don't mind if I do.
Because every move, every grunt,
hi, Kyo. Please cringe with us as Nicolas Cage presents Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first Betty. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in.
Meanwhile, I still don't know anything about Exoprimal, which they showed previously. Yet they talk this much about Nicolas Cage.
Players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Oh my god, we're still on it. He looks so sad. He looks so happy. He's just in a constant pouting situation. Holy shit.
Anything goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations.
It's amazing. I thought it wasn't even out yet.
On Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, show the potential of well-done adaptations. And later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer.
Looks amazing. Okay.
Henry Cavill and the cast.
Henry Cavill? Oh, is this that new Warhammer show?
We are all gathered here today to share something with you.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3.
Oh.
Volume 1 debut. Volume 1 debut.
Oh no, this is about...
June 29th, only on Netflix. Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in. To
Yeah,
and enjoy the trailer.
Yeah, Henry Cavill left the show.
No.
It won't get you a statue.
No.
I think he finished. I think he's doing season 3.
But he'll certainly help in keeping you alive.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing season 3, then leaving, right? Right? Like, as someone who hasn't played the Witcher games, I really did enjoy the Netflix series. I thought Henry Cavill was perfectly cast. Fuck Netflix in general, for sure.
Right. Well, that's deeply worrying.
I've tried to play the games. I think the first one is terrible.
Everything that's happening.
I'm glad it's getting remade, because hopefully it'll be fun.
And she's at the centre of it.
The second game I played like 4 times and couldn't get past the tutorial. It didn't hook me. And then the third one I got through like...
You sure about this?
20 minutes, put it down, then didn't pick it up again. It's a lot to get into, and I can't stick with it. It's difficult. But yeah, I very much enjoyed the show. I will definitely watch season 3 when I can steal somebody's Netflix, because I don't pay for Netflix. But I'm also finding it hard to get... I might find it hard to get into season 3, knowing that the lead actor is leaving at the end of it.
The dangers we've seen foretell an even more menacing future. For the first time, I understand real fear.
But I have so many books I need to read. I don't even want to think of starting the Witcher books.
The Witches.
Is that so?
Now, some of the monsters, though, that's a cutie. Oh, don't stab it.
I'll never get over how cute they look for monsters. And they're like, no, please, don't
touch
me. And then, wow.
Also, Yasuki is like the best character.
Just like a boatload of fangs all up in your
I love him. What I'm trying to get through is the Discworld books, but there are so many, and I didn't have time to get through them before I started streaming. So, Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Painkiller, and Bulletstorm, was that? Oh, is it Epic Games? Oh, never mind then. Yeah, this does look like Unreal 5. Witchfire, okay. Yeah, Epic, yep, fuck it. Don't care. PlayStation VR 2?
Operation Control clears you for engagement.
I mean, I guess it should have some games. Ah, Siam, the problem with everything that comes out on Steam after Epic is that by the time it comes out on Steam, I stop caring. They completely lose hype for me when they spend a year on a platform I don't access.
Let's go.
Fucking Crossfire? What about when the hype is when they get on Steam? I don't find it hype. I'm just sort of like, nah, I'm kind of done with you. Plus they release on Steam with like the original launch price, even though it's like a year or two later. It's like, I'm not paying that. I don't buy games at release.
The root will destroy everything.
I did play Hades, but I played Hades when it came to Switch. Okay, so for the record, the original Remnant is a current headliner for Humble Choice, which I have picked up, so I do own Remnant now.
You sure?
But I'm aware that it should be played co-op, so I'll probably stream it eventually, when I have a partner for it who can commit to doing an entire series. But as far as my library is concerned, I own it. That part's covered. I think my first port of call is going to be asking fellow Team Fluffy members. But we shall see, we shall see. But for the record, this is the most I've actually seen of Remnant in any form, because I don't watch game trailers typically, so I don't actually know how Remnant plays. I've just had people say that it's nowhere near as good as when you have a partner. Oh, they put dogs in. That's going to get people hyped.
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a
great, give it.
gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4.
You are not hyping me up at all.
As we go through
You just listed 3 things that I don't care about.
To react to the news, and we want to welcome everyone co-streaming the show live on TikTok.
Vinny, we've known about Alan Wake 2 for a while now. I believe it's Epic exclusive. Like, I'm pretty sure Epic fully own it now.
For watching more than 30 minutes of the show. Now, speaking of surprises, another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited.
Is it Kojima?
There's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Oh. Hello? Hello? If this is anything other than Sonic Team making it, we have something good. If it's Sonic Team, it's gonna end up sucking. Classic Amy look. Co-op. Big fish. Sorry, 26. I've glued it to my hands. I'm kind of stuck. Oh, God. That was a bit barfy. Oh, whoops. Sonic Superstars. Oh, shit! That was that one character that doesn't appear anymore.
Standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike.
Okay, but who's developing it?
This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the
I'm going to assume Sonic Team.
Character to space fantasy RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day?
Is this gacha?
Team Trailblaze back from duty.
This is anime gacha, isn't it?
I can't
Wow, I sure do love paying for waifus. Mobile anime gacha.
Yay, loot boxes.
Wow, I sure would spend all of my money on her, I tell you what. Hashtag straight person problems. I start saying this as it transitions to a guy.
Never mind, I miscalculated.
Up that.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
My question is, where the fuck is the... Oh, there's the gameplay!
Later this year,
Yeah, not for me.
Right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a Soulsborne-like game from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
You just showed a trailer for it. One trailer per game, please. Oh, no, this is Liza P. Sorry. I misunderstood. Yeah, no, I've heard of this one. I'm intrigued. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. I don't know if this is a real song. Oh no. Yeah, it's like fucking French robots versus Pinocchio, and it's a Souls-like, and it's like, what the fuck, who thought of this?
I'm making noise for the VOD to survive.
You've got this, Miko. You can do this. Is that real? Yeah, yes, this is real, Nilla. It's legitimately a game where you play as Pinocchio and you're fighting like French mechs, like automatons, and it's a Souls-like, and it looks intriguing. I just hope it's good, because it could very easily be jank. You have to find the Erd Tree, Pinocchio.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
Oh, it's a demo. You know, I can respect a demo.
That's right, a demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release
You
on
don't
September
say.
19th. Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time.
Oh, sure enough, yeah,
This is one
demo's
of
up
the
on
games
Steam.
that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Here we go.
Might pick it up when it's on sale for a tenner, if the demo is good. I need more Souls-likes, if they're good. Ooh, this is Wasteland vibes. Okay, now I'm getting Dragon Quest vibes. Excuse me? This is Dragon Quest. Excuse me? Oh, he's cute. This isn't what Dragon Quest usually looks like. Excuse me? You don't think it is Dragon Quest? Oh, based on an old manga. See, I miss stuff. Sandland. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. That looks cool.
Hey Izzy, naughty_Vaseline just gave you a follow.
Naughty Vaseline, great name. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your time here.
Don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're.
Hey, yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on that. Akira Toriyama may only have one style, but it's a good style.
That's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from I'm8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of
I'll
Summer Game
probably
Fest,
stick
they'll be
around for
revealing
Day
a
of the
number
Devs
of
if y'all want to
ambitious
stick
new
with me,
projects.
because
Let's
that's
see how
probably
they
going to have a lot of
figure
good
out
indies.
in this little
And that's what we're
tease.
really here for. Depending on how late it goes.
Oh gosh, Laser Blast 3 just followed.
Laser Blast, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your stay here. The demo is 23 gigs. Oof, wow. Wait, are we just advertising Day of the Devs in general here? It's after this. We do not need this much of a build-up. Outer Wilds. Oh, Annapurna have their own showcase. Okay. Fair play. That's a while off. We don't have to worry about that for now.
What that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the
I do want to play
ability
Stray
to
at some point.
creatures
Hasn't
that
gotten to a
across
price
land,
range where I've been
sea,
willing
and
to jump
air.
in, but
Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
been looking forward to trying it eventually. An Amazon Games and NCSoft MMO? Oh, jeez. Oh, gee. Wait, how many MMOs are Amazon Game Studios doing? Because they had that New World that was a disaster. They're doing a new Lord of the Rings MMO to replace the Lord of the Rings MMO. And now they've got this thing? What are they doing? Like, the most fucking expensive games to maintain, and they're making like 3 of them? WoW is kicking the bucket. FF14 is like finally good competition for it. You know, whatever. If Amazon want to keep releasing MMOs and like lose a bunch of money on it, fair play. Who am I to stop them? No, Balblair, don't fall to the darkness. Square Enix, like, really upset me, because they've got, like, one game that's working well for them nowadays, and then everything else is live service garbage.
Looks great. I also want to say hello to everybody watching
Who
on
could
Steam
forget
right
what?
now. I'm sorry we don't have any free
I kid, of
stuff
course,
for you
but
right
Jesus
now.
Christ,
But on
Babylon's
June
fault.
19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword-fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Nexon now? Jesus Christ. Okay, look, Jeff. Jeff, I know you're trying to be E3, but you can ease up on the bad. Wait, Dark and Darker? Isn't that the game that, like, got sued? Like, isn't there a lawsuit with Dark and Darker? Should they be showing this? Buttspot, what are you doing? Oh, Nexon shut it down because of this game. This is what Nexon were making, and they were saying that the Dark and Darker guys took stuff from them. Something like that. Right. So I think they were talking about this with a project name then, weren't they? Yeah, I think Budspot is catching up. Play for free in Steam Next Fest. You know what else you could play for free during Steam's Next Fest? Dark and Darker. This isn't Party Animals? Is that what this was called? Yeah. Yeah, influencers. Do you all want me to play Party Animals so I can be like the rest of the influencers?
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light Tuesday Human. Get ready for darker, more dangerous nights and roaming volatiles.
But I haven't played Dying Light the following yet. Never mind Dying Light 2. You haven't lowered the price yet enough for me to care.
Like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them you will want to get your barbed wired. Very soon you will get the deadliest summers.
You know, I was gonna say why you adding so much content to it, but they did that with Dying Light 1 as well. Hello? Whoa. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's that Crash MOBA looking thing. Yeah, the Cat-Bat character that they just introduced as the first non-binary character, and a bunch of alt-right chuds are losing their mind over it. It's a cute character. Take care, Jag. Enjoy dinner. Are we advertising Samsung or Xbox Game Pass? I could not tell there. Yeah, Crash is Actibliz now. They ain't getting any interest from me.
Feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now,
oh, it has seasons, even more dead.
The topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake. Good to see you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you.
Nom.
Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the Game, or Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited.
Oh boy!
I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you.
Gotta say, this show is pretty rough.
So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan Wake got a good amount of love, and I'm sure they've been trying to do a sequel. Like a proper sequel for ages, not counting American Wasteland or whatever.
They are on their own separate, terrifying journeys.
It just took this long, and it took them selling out to Epic.
It's all connected, and the player
gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Thank you for the stretch. I remember beating Alan Wake 1.
The second character.
Then I went straight into American Wasteland and realized I was burned out, so I never got through that.
Is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this. So yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero.
Oh look, I can check my emails.
Agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's, Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about, you said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? How? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga.
Become the first email streamer, capture that niche.
Sequel,
I mean, it should be Sushi that's doing that with his 300 email backlog after his subathon.
If they have not played the original game. This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players...
Oh yeah, if Sushi was streaming it, I'd end up watching, because Sushi's just so entertaining.
Then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest.
They are spending way too much time on interviews, good God.
And you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways.
You know who did this right? Microsoft.
You can choose. You can go on as
Microsoft having their presentations followed by like a deep dive presentation. You get all the trailers in the main presentation, and then they have all of these interviews with the developers and publishers in a separate show. That was way better.
Intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure.
Hell, Nintendo most of the time. With their Direct versus their Treehouse. Have a separate thing for focusing on individual games.
So tell us, what are we going to see?
Just give us the sizzle reels.
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that,
you know what? Earlier, I realized I said that Joker was revealed for Smash at the Summer Game Fest.
Thanks, Sam.
Was it the Summer Game Fest or was it the Game Awards? It's both Jeff Keighley. It might have been the Game Awards. I don't know why that just came back to me, but it was the Game Awards, right? I'm correcting myself in post. My story was still accurate. I did still get pulled up in the middle of it by a friend spoiling it, but yeah, no, that was the Game Awards. It's Jeff Keighley's shows meld together. Just the Game Awards has acceptance speeches instead of game interviews, and then those acceptance speeches go long. I wonder how my server's doing. Oh, I'm already caught up with it, okay. This year it had acceptance speech. Yeah, what was it? Christopher Judge? Like, bless him, he was happy and passionate, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, at the end of the day, Game Awards is just another chance for me to look at trailers and laugh at the bad bits. We need a bit of levity. I can't go into any award show without expecting to do a bit of riffing. If it weren't for the riffing, I'd probably just catch the highlights afterwards and not watch the actual things. Oh, enjoy the dog walk, Washi.
Like I saw it in a dream.
You just pick that up? You're just okay with, like, oh, the heart. I'll just take that. Lay my fingers right on it. You're a cop. Shouldn't that be evidence that you don't pick up with your bare hands?
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important.
I'm sure this game will be great. It'll just be on a platform. Well, service I won't use. Yep, no Steam, just Epic.
A long time coming, but Alan Wake
Is Alan Wake 1 still on Steam, or did they delist it? That sounds like an Epic thing.
First look at the co-op campaign.
I'm checking.
Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet.
Oh no, Alan Wake's still on Steam. Okay.
Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus.
Oh, a Warhammer thing.
I have my reservations about your reinstatement.
It's a Space Marine 2?
Will that be a problem? No, Captain.
Yeah, this is Space Marine 2.
My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound! Eviscerate this abomination!
Yeah, I know that Games Workshop basically just started giving the Warhammer license to any developer who wanted it. So there was a ton of Warhammer games at one stage. So many.
Open the gates.
But Space Marine, I'm pretty sure, was one of the better ones. And it has been a very long time. Frame rate was a bit rough in that last one. Yeah, Space Marine 2. Uwe Boll's Warhammer thing film. Good God. Good God. Okay, what is this? Oh no, he needed that head. Good God, this looks like Kingdom. My potatoes! Oh, yes, Your Grace is getting a sequel. I have this game, I haven't played it.
beautiful indie game. Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
I've heard the name John Carpenter.
We gotta be ready.
Please don't play too much of that song. Do not play too much of that song. I can't take it if you play too much of that song. No, like, great song and all, but please, my VOD. My poor VOD. We have half of Mega Man 3 in there. We can't lose the VOD. No. Don't get right into it. Okay, you're allowed to sing it. Jeez. Look. Aleppo, hi! I hope you like riffing on some of the bad stuff. you know, I want this to be good. I want this to be good. Like, partially because, yeah, their choice of trailer music is amazing. Oh, whoops. Yeah, okay. The Souls-like game looked good. You mean, Lies of P? Hoping that'll be good. I'll try the demo at some point.
Mouse 26. It's safe to look now.
Toxic Commando, that looks
it is.
Tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh shit, they hit 1.0?
A new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army.
I never had a problem with zombie games. Even when people were like, oh, they've got to stop releasing them a few years back, I was still fond. I don't think a theme can get tired. A good game is a good game.
Swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's
Yeah, I've wanted to get into this, but I don't want to buy it in early access.
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way.
Like, I heard that you could be a bard. Like, if I can be a Dragonborn bard, which is what Dars started off as, I'm in. I'm immediately in.
A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
And it's Larian, so I trust Larian.
Hey Izzy, Kode Hyena just gave you a follow.
Good eye, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time here.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say?
Yeah, like, I very much enjoyed Divinity the first 5 times I played it. I haven't beaten it. I've just started it over and over again with different groups. And those sessions keep failing. So I really love the tutorial section. For over 100 hours.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me, still for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac.
There's no way you could play as a kobold in it, Dar. If you can play a kobold in it, I've missed that news.
Brian Intihar, game director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by.
Okay, now I'm worried, because if they spoil anything about Spider-Man, like, I haven't played the new Spider-Man.
Okay. You know, this is it. Here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely, Peter.
I really need to get Spider-Man, because I do want to play it, and I do want to stream it.
Characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there. I
Two
promise.
main ones, but we have some new.
Yeah, I've heard very good
We
things.
obviously Craven. We got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors in.
Craven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to New York for his greatest hunt. And what's better than all of the Marvel characters that live in New York City? So Peter, Miles, and others. He's on the hunt.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
But
I sort of
Venom
just
also,
wait for like
obviously,
that sweet point with
symbiote
game
is part of
pricing.
This whole story, as we saw in the gameplay.
Like,
there you go.
I keep telling myself, when Spider-Man goes down to £10, I'll jump on it. It hasn't hit £10 yet. It hasn't hit 20 yet.
Venom? Can you tell us what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing.
Never been into Venom.
So tell us a bit about
Not my
that
type.
and how
Not my type.
the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
He's we call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay; it's what happens how the story.
Gosh,
interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
fun
you saw
fact.
some of that in-
Discord recently updated so that when
And I
you
know
are
the
streaming,
journey is also more
streamer
expansive.
mode
You've got
cuts
Queens,
out
Brooklyn,
even
so
more
even
information than
sort
it
the
used to.
city pretty much doubled in size. So it's meant
It used to
Manhattan,
cut
Queens,
out
Brooklyn, and
like
then being able to use the
any
web wings to
of your
traverse
own personal
speeds way faster than
information,
we were
stops you
before.
from viewing all of your profile information, your email,
Hugely
etc.,
ambitious
etc.
game you guys have been
Yeah,
building,
exactly,
for the past
Bal.
few
And
years.
now it
We
cuts
saw
off
at the,
everybody's
PlayStation
names at the
event,
first letter.
Said at the end, fall.
So I just saw a post from
2023,
Ednam, who was
we're,
just,
like,
ah,
getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that
Sergs
you'll
is
make it
su-
this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
makes it kind of hard to
And I
figure out
can
who's
promise
saying
you
stuff.
We're very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, that would make you V. Absolutely. Okay, October 20th, sure.
Nailing it. October 20th. Spider-Man
Ooh,
2,
you guys should
exclusively
sell it for
PlayStation 5.
£10 to celebrate,
Awesome.
like
Well,
the
Brian,
original for
thanks so much
£10
for
to
stopping by today.
celebrate.
Got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, and we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian.
Come on, guys, throw me a bone.
All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open world.
Oh god, it's
crafting
Pal
game
World!
Where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures.
Oh
from
god,
the
I can't believe that's
also
not out
fight.
yet.
In other words, kind of like Pokemon with guns. And
That,
then we're going to look
that's
at
cheese.
the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folk
Like,
tales from
Pal
Korea's
World is
Joseon
either going
Dynasty
to be
and some unique
amazing
bosses, too.
or so bad it's amazing. I can't see any other eventuality. Like, I'm into it, and I hope it's good, because it's so ridiculous. Fucking hell. Just... Every trailer manages to fucking baffle me. Where are we dropping, boys? Mama rest. Oh. Hi, not Latios. Early access is next year? Fucking hell. It feels like we've been seeing it forever. And this is Black Desert Online, did it say? Yeah, the thing is, I don't like playing games in early access, so all I know is I will not be playing it at the start of 2024. I'll be waiting until they say it's done. And ultimately, that's why I don't end up playing a lot of games. They release in early access, and then by the time they're actually in 1.0, everyone I know's already played it. I'm talking like co-op games. And at that point, I'm just behind and I end up not playing at all. It's a shame. Oh, is this the new fucking Lord of the Rings MMO?
With hammer and axe we mine and scout.
Or not?
Across Middle-earth.
Is this just a game about being a dwarf in Middle-earth?
Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our...
Gollum 2. Lord of Ring Gollum 2 hype? This is fucking Dwarf Fortress, but goddamn Lord of the Rings.
Come, my fellow dwarves. Rally together.
Hey Izzy, Ashley_Sakura01 just gave you a follow.
Ashley, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Return to Moria. Jesus Christ. That didn't say PC, I don't think. God, they're pushing out a lot of Lord of the Rings content lately, huh? Well, I liked Shadow of Mordor, I still haven't played Shadow of War. After what they pulled with the bullshit microtransactions. I mean, I heard they fixed stuff, but like... a little late?
All right, now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise.
No, nobody at all wants to hear an exciting mobile game from fucking hell. Oh, Sephiroth, is your date not picking up? We know enough about Sephiroth. Oh, it's this thing. What did they call it again? It was like, it's FF7, but on mobile devices. Wait, Zack? Why is Zack in it? I don't care. I'm not playing it. Hi, Hazel. Oh, ew. Was it called Ever Crisis, or was that a different one? Goddamn! Was Ever Crisis the Battle Royale? Oh, was that... No, that was First Soldier. That was First Soldier. This is Ever Crisis. Right, yes. Honestly, like, I really want to play the FF7 remake, but it didn't come to PC for the longest time. When it did, it was on the Epic Store. By the time it finally made it to Steam, I can't justify the price tag. Oh, they're showing...
Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back.
What?
Get a free burrito
What?
if you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at a game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds.
Hi, Jason. Yeah, watching Summer Games Fest. It ain't great so far. Having fun, though. Having fun.
Life to the living.
Hi, Jason.
To the dead.
I cannot believe that they just baited people into thinking they were going to talk about Reunion. Not Reunion. Rebirth. Was it Rebirth? I forget. The second part of Remake. And then dropped a fucking DoorDash ad.
We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
Yes, I heard about that Q&A.
As the man says, we face a choice.
How has the show been? Anything interesting? Not really. Not really. Lies of P looked okay and has a trailer now, and I'll probably try that demo at some point. Oh, FF9's great. A remake of that would be fun.
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Okay, so Focus Entertainment are doing a lot of shit, huh? Is this some Yakuza shit? This looks like Yakuza. Is that Kiryu? I don't know my Yakuza very well. What am I looking at?
お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか。到着まで3分。何があった？お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。
And for the record, I have Resident Evil 4 Remake. I will be playing that at some point. I was kindly gifted it by my pal Breaker. It will get played. Yeah, whoa. Well, what's with the powers? What happened to Yakuza? I've only played a little bit of Zero. This is normal? Okay. You meant Resident Evil 5, okay. No, you do though. You do have a name. Like a Dragon Guide and the man who erased his name. You shouldn't have done that. You had a perfectly good name. Oh yeah, because it's not Yakuza anymore. It's Like a Dragon now, which is like the original name. Is this some Subnautica shit?
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan?
Green across the board. Looks like we're good.
So it's not Subnautica.
Definitely a leak here, Tim.
This is a game that is not for thalassophobia sufferers.
How long has it been now? 3 years.
Subnautica.
17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here?
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm not immediately writing it off.
Someone there? This doesn't make sense. There's someone else down here.
A many tentacled friend.
No. Are you there?
Okay. I'd like to see more, but
It's a beautiful
okay.
new game, Under the Waves, and today, incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next.
Yo, we love water.
Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall along with mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of
Could you
Modern
not?
Warfare 2 Warzone launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening. Check it out.
So yeah, I'll be playing Resident Evil 4 Remake at some point. I'm intrigued to get started with that. Remnant from the Ashes, when I can Find a good co-op partner. Get some streams going of that. Try to play through that. I will not be playing Call of Duty. I have standards. What else have we got upcoming? Dishonored 2. I do have Dishonored 2 now, so that'll be coming in a future stream. Hey, remember that Activision Blizzard do abuse their employees, so don't buy anything they put out, because they are a bullshit company who don't deserve your money. Subnautica Below Zero is also a game I own and need to cover at some point, once I feel the Subnautica urge again. Thank you again, Dar. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. They did do an investigation into themselves and proclaimed themselves innocent, so of course we can... Nah, fuck them.
Season 4 next
Did you
week.
get me below zero?
Today
Someone
is
got
a
me below
big
zero.
Day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turned 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming
Was it
space,
Mike?
and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a
Was-
game. Xbox has teamed
Might
up
have
with
been
Porsche
Mike.
for a limited
Could have been
edition run
Soaks.
of 75 consoles.
I don't
inspired by
remember who
famous
gifted me
Porsche
stuff. I keep
cars.
getting
And
gifts.
I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today.
We're doing a
inspired
car
by
game?
the Porsche
Great, I get to
963,
check my
which
account
raced this
details
weekend
and see if I
at
can
the
find
100th
my
running of
gift
the
history.
24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look.
Oh, it doesn't say who gifted me. Oh, it was a while back, though. Yeah, 20th of March, I was gifted Below Zero. But by whom? Oh, that's gaudy. Oh, that's so gaudy.
And here it is, the Porsche Xbox Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com. Make sure to stay tuned for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Fae Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly.
I think the problem with farming games is that Stardew Valley exists, and I don't think anything has actually managed to top Stardew Valley.
The fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in. But there's something more I've been itching to explore. Realms where magic comes to meet us.
I don't have a problem with the visual style of this. I want it to have something that makes it better than Stardew. I'm not seeing it yet. That dragon was kind of cute.
Are you ready?
Being a pretty fairy is a plus. Oh, some of the Stardew clones, yeah.
There it is, Fae Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show, only at Summer Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up,
Oh,
Ben?
good, I don't give a shit.
Man, you guys have been on fire. Last time I saw you was at the Game Awards when you won Best Mobile Game. Seems like you've been very busy. We're excited about the Spider-Verse content you've been doing. Lots going on over there, right?
Yeah, it's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game.
No, Mike got me superliminal.
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce Marvel Snap's biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great
I
way
cannot find
to get a super
any record of who got me
and some exciting new rewards.
Subnautica Below Zero.
Next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download it right now on your
That's
mobile
concerning.
device or early access on Steam.
All right, I love the
Yeah,
enthusiasm.
skip. Where's the fast forward button on reality?
You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So
I do have Below Zero. I was
am
gifted it.
incredible at card games, so I often win. But
Could it have been Danny, maybe?
And maybe you've had this experience, Jeff. Some people lose.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff. But sometimes, sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky. Cue the tape.
It could have been Annie. Annie might have gifted it to me.
Oh, snap.
Okay, I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but that's fine. I'll see what I draw in future.
Oh, it's that guy that does the TikTok and such.
Lamuntis 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have.
I can't pronounce his name is the problem.
Number 2. She gets +2 power. And let's see the next location.
Clover Dangerfield has a 25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well...
Now, I've heard decent things about how this game handles its monetization.
Players cannot play 4,
But I
5,
don't
or
give a
6
shit about mobile
cross
games.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
No, you're just being...
Like...
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite.
I don't have anything against people who do play mobile games. You know, I'm not one of those gatekeepers who says, oh, mobile games aren't real games or anything. It's just... I have a PC. You know?
Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise.
Does the card game come with the Pinkertons? Yeah, you're not really playing a card game unless the Pinkertons come knocking at your door. Oh, jeez.
Arthur, I have sacrificed everything
Hello?
to save your kind.
Sorry, I just need to fan myself off a bit. Can we go back to the dragon? Can I see? Yeah, fuck you. Can I see the dragon again? Hello. No, for once I don't care about actual gameplay footage. Where's the dragon? This does look right. Hello. Oh, this game's going to be garbage, but I'm living for that dragon.
Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall?
No,
You
actually.
descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who
Sorry, what are we doing? I've lost track.
who you are and return to us. This world needs champions.
Weren't, like, all of those games referenced not great? So, remember that Epic has a history of massive crunch at their studios, and, there are many reports of employees being absolutely crunched to death to create Fortnite content. There's constant release schedules, and they don't deserve your time.
Steve, seriously, you don't stand a chance.
Now, they do have some good games, like, I love Unreal Tournament 2004. I'd love to tell you where to buy that. But they've delisted it. All the old Unreal games are gone. Isn't that fun?
What did you say, guys?
Oh, a new Stellaris thing.
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavex.
What? This isn't still Stellaris, is it? Have we transitioned to something new? I hope so. Okay. Okay.
Captain's log.
God, they're just giving us trailer after trailer after trailer. Statue. Is Flicky here? Is Flicky here?
The fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by.
It's a Trek of the Stars. It's a ball cube. Oh, this could be the narrative game.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah.
Who?
Right?
I don't know who
Buddy
you are.
Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. And I'm very excited.
I haven't seen BoJack
to share a
Horseman.
sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you
Oh,
enjoy
Twisted
it.
Metal?
Check it out.
Oh yeah, it's getting a show.
Swung a little wide there. Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch.
That was bad.
You don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, Clown, I don't need 4 wheels to kick your ass.
Oh yeah, shit, that is the Captain America actor, isn't it? Oh, why can't I remember actors' names?
How about a little kill music?
Yeah, just a show to my knowledge serves.
She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go? Baby, let your booty go. Girl, you want to show? The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god?
What?
Lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
But you said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever since I can remember. It's a forced habit, I guess.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
Yeah, everyone has a subscription to Peacock, right? All of you? Yeah? Peacock? Most popular streaming platform? Peacock? Anyone? Anyone?
Who dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from
You
France,
guys don't
here's the
have
world premiere
phones.
reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the time-skipped warrior.
Oh my
coming
God.
Later this year to PC.
Yeah, no, it keeps happening. They reveal a streaming platform that this new show's on, and I have no idea what it is. And it somehow keeps happening. They haven't run out.
Lisfunga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves.
I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
You're coming with me.
Azzy. Viridage just brought 5 friends
Yo, Viridage! Thanks for the raid. How was your racing?
You're not the only one who can be in multiple places.
KO, good to have you here. System, good to see you. We're just doing a little watch party for Summer Games Fest. And probably the Day of the Devs afterwards.
Onwards. I can
If you
feel
just want to
the
chill, watch some game reveals, come hang out. We're calling Activision Blizzard shit a lot, it's great.
Independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's
P2,
fast, it's
nice.
FPS
GG.
in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you.
Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Fury knows what's up.
Such,
Yeah,
cool
no, so
game,
many of these
super
reveals have
high
been
production
garbage. It's been
value,
great.
Spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He is a battle mage that controls all 3 forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets
There are
the job
so
done.
many celebrities showing up as
the
well.
gameplay, as we've
Nick
seen,
Cage
is
was on
so
stage earlier
fast-paced, there's so much
for
action in
way
it,
too
you know,
long.
with all the
It was
spells,
unbearable.
the magic.
We
What can you
barely
tell us about the
survived.
story and sort of how this battle mage Jack comes in. He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat, is what he was. During a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
We are getting a Porsche-coloured Xbox, that's true. We are getting a Porsche-coloured Xbox.
Incredible, really high production.
Oh, it's bad. It's so bad.
We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which
Yep,
is
a special Porsche Xbox.
epic sort of parts of the game, right?
And I don't know what pride flag that was, but it wasn't a good one.
I'm going to be showing you the Immortals and myself.
It was
confronting
so
Sandra
bad.
Directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in. Like,
Did you just look it up, sister? Have you seen it?
We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild. So let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand
Yeah,
new
it's
gameplay
terrible,
from
right?
Immortals
It's
of
so
Avium
bad.
this summer for PC, PS5, and
Find
Xbox.
any setup that'll actually work with. Like, put that on a shelf with anything, and I'll be impressed.
Literally pushed us to the edge.
I don't think it can look good.
Everyone that can fight
System, get that thing to Veritage.
and we're still losing.
Oh, it's EA. Lost all faith. Visual quality depends on your system. Okay, fair play. That's true.
5 knots. We'll catch him, so.
Yeah, how'd you like it, Veritage? How'd you like the Porsche Xbox? Ooh, Rex, hydrate, thank you. After all this hydration, I am going to need a bathroom break when this is over. But then we get Day of the Devs, and that'll have indies, and it might actually be okay. The thing about EA giving free reign is that you still have to give the money to the publisher, which is still EA. On the car, it looks amazing. Well, shame the Xbox isn't a car, eh? Yeah, I'm not, like, even aside from the EA so far, like... It doesn't strike me as great so far. I don't feel like any of these, attacks have any punch to them. Yeah, there's no weight. Bal said it better. Bal said it best. They probably keep cutting away because it's just a vertical slice. The game isn't ready. They don't have a full gameplay segment to show off. They'll have a couple of scenes that they have ready, and that's it. I did get a bit of a Dark Messiah vibe as well. More games just need a good kick. A good kick and some environmental hazards.
I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a triarch.
Oh wait, I missed a message. What did Soak say? Are we getting to the good stuff after this? Yeah, there'll be an indie showcase right afterwards, hosted by, I believe, Tim Schafer. I think Tim Schafer still does the Day of the Devs.
We're only going to win
this one together. Sigil up.
Yeah, not really caring. Not really caring.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer.
You've showed us amazing gameplay today?
Now,
When was
game
it?
that constantly
I
reinvents
blinked.
itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4
Oh my
Season
God.
Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover.
Oh, good
and of
God.
course, there's a whole new battle pass lineup where you can unleash the power.
Something,
yes,
something,
of
delisting
Cybertron.
their old
Here
games
we
so you
go.
can't buy them anymore. Something, something, crunch, employees having a bad time, something, something. Oh, please fuck off, Epic. Good God.
I do love a good kick for sure, especially when it's a prey struggling against the walls of my belly.
Thanks, Nico. I'll take one of those dinosaurs home. Whoa. But that's about it. I'm browsing Discord in the background. I ain't shying away from that. I do not give a shit about this trailer. Are you fucking kidding me? Even the formers are trans these days. Jesus Christ.
Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys.
Fortnite Wilds
it's
can
time
fuck
to get
off.
to our grand finale.
Oh,
It
thank
is
God.
a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again.
Is it Shadows
This
the
game
Erdtree?
comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
We're still here at the scene of
Oh, it's fucking...
caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0,
Okay.
1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I'm just gonna... I can't actually cover my screen well enough, but I'm actually completely spoiler-free on the remake. Still waiting to get it on PC.
In reality, it's barely hanging on.
So I'm just gonna browse Discord and not pay any attention to this.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Just using my Okay, one hand's covering my left monitor in front of my face, and my Discord window's covering the OBS window. Strats.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star.
I will play this eventually.
Coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo, they're
Okay.
Shadows of the Man.
I'm sure I'd like the FF7 remake. They just need to, you know, lower the price because it's a million years old now.
He's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
on now. Think we woke it up?
Angered it, more like.
No, wait, this is a perfect chance for me to get that bathroom break before Day of the Devs. You enjoy the trailer, I'll be right back.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate.
I'm also gonna go to the bathroom for no particular reason.
Those you love.
Maybe get a snack on the way. Smiley face.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
And, oh good, just in time, it's ending.
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much.
Oh, it's on 2 discs?
All right.
Holy shit.
That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8.
Day of the Devs!
Celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour.
Wow, the first part of the remake was also 2 discs? Holy shit.
Opening night live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you
Are we
soon.
ready for some indies? Take care, Dar. Hope you enjoyed hanging out. Rest well. So, not much to speak of in that one. Not gonna lie. Jay, it's good to see you. We are currently in the transition phase between Summer Game Fest and Day of the Devs. We will be watching Day of the Devs. It will be full of indies. We're going to have some fun. Okay, well which browser is this going to open in? I need to open some images, but I'm not sure if it'll open in the browser I'm watching this on and streaming to you, or the other browser I have off to the side. This is risky. I stretch. Thank you, Koopity. I have some commission work in progresses to give feedback on. And I need to look at them properly. Lofty, good to see you. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. Okay, it opened it in the one I'm not showing you. Okay, good. They're all opening safely. I can get feedback to the artist. I think this is probably just an animated short. Oh, that is hella good. Oh, yeah. So, Day of the Devs is co-hosted by IM8-Bit, who produce physical releases of games. Hey!
part of his Summer Games Fest. And thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching out. Millions of people? God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and their friends at IM8-Bit to put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink. And it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only. And now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase, so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than previously. And
take care, Nilla, take care.
Premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs. Digital showcase.
Yeah, the IM8-Bit stuff is definitely proper physical releases. You just tend to pay a bit of a premium for the privilege.
To introduce a brand new game from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the
Increase the
team that
volume,
works
yeah,
with Unlimited,
certainly.
creating incredible games like Wander Song and Chicory. Here's their new title.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago.
I didn't know the
Introducing
Wonder Song devs also made
Beastie Ball.
Chicory. I haven't played Chicory yet. Oh, this is cute! Sprecko is my best friend now, and no one can hurt him.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore
What?
this huge open world, recruiting
How
all
is this
kinds
so
of beasties.
cute? Oh, look at that little guy! Ah!
And you can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings.
What?
Beasties are
How are
highly
all
social
of these
creatures
designs
that
so
evolved to play
cute?
sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending
Oh my
on their
God.
personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
This is better than the entire Summer Game Fest already.
So with this game, we really wanted to
What the heck,
emphasize
Lofi?
the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other.
This is so
We really
good.
wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful
Look
bunch
at
of
that
concept
pal.
artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
To help give each BC that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that.
Oh
But
my
it's not all
God.
just friendships and rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town.
Sports! We love sports.
You're kind of underdogs.
I'll allow it if
When
it's
the
for a
Beastie
game
Ball
this
League
cute.
shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium. Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
Are they doing gym battles better than
It's a really
Pokemon?
special project for us. And if Beastie
I
Ball is
really
cool
need
you
to
too,
play
then
Pyre.
Please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing
I think it's like the
top
only
campaigns very, very
Supergiant
soon,
game
and
I
we'd love to
don't
have your
own on
support.
any platform.
Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
I want to hear more about Beastie Ball.
In Hyperlight Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyperlight universe, you'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, a an amazing open world with everything
What's
from lush
what?
rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off
Spot with an
enigmatic
absolute
enemies
banger today.
armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks.
Oh my god.
Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello.
Oh
I'm
my
Alex,
god.
creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making.
I haven't played
Hyper
Hyperlight Drifter yet. I'm intrigued by how this one turns out. Yeah. Full disclosure, I am still sick, just not as much.
Hyper Light Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody
Ugh.
game. As is our MO. It's a game that's vivid, but
Yeah,
beautiful.
I do own Hyperlight
The crumbling
Drifter.
world
I
that
do
can
want
be
to play
brutal
it.
and beautiful all
I think the sequel looks very neat.
It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind.
I still want
Open
Beastie
world
Ball.
game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix of
Oh my
incredible
god,
open world games like
26.
Breath of the Wild,
You were- that's what
but
you were
still
specifically
into
asking
the
about.
format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures.
I am
razor
so
sharp
glad
combat,
Serg's got me a
vast
pizza
overgrown
because
wilderness,
I don't think
long
I'd be
dead
lasting this long without
new
food.
discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own.
That
There'll be
wolf
massive
is
bosses
cute.
to take down
Hello.
in an open structure,
You tell me.
with dangerous,
Smiley
unique,
face.
and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs.
Damn it, Miko.
You'll pick up new gear, make new builds.
Beastie Ball has a Steam page for
unlock new
wishlisting the
characters,
game? Yo, I'm wishlisting that now.
to bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker's the culmination of all that incredible work. and we're
Yo,
excited to
Beastie
have
Ball,
you
all one
experience it
word.
yourself.
Added to wishlist.
We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
They're doing early access? Okay, I guess I have plenty of time to play Hyperlight Drifter
And
then.
now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developers Stone Skip and publisher
I mean, the
Iron
monsters
Ape
are
Presents,
cute, but
I'm
Spot, if they want to
thrilled
do
bring
some
you a
eating, that's
world
fine by
premiere
me.
title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go.
Chill
while
and
play
vibey, you say?
Simpler times.
This is cozy.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Dinah on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. Starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
Now the sequel to Unpacking,
And
Packing!
save the present moment by immersing you in Dinah's world.
It's apple picking season.
Oh my poor foolish
favorite.
26. I can do whatever I want with the
Through
viewers.
visual storytelling and mindful
It's
intervention,
true, 26. He
you'll
kind
journey
of just have
alongside
control.
her as she delves into her past and uncovers
10,000
flaws
points.
and
GG, Lofty.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me.
Yo, bird
We
nest?
miss our duets together.
We know
Yeah,
the world is
Viagra has like 200,000
willing
points.
to. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful. Simpler Times stems from stories we believe need to be told and heard.
Bring the death
Inspired by this
counter.
very place we're now sitting in, the
Yeah,
game
this looks
is
cozy.
a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own
Taking
memories
photos
and
of birds. Pog.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye.
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 It's like childhood is the beach.
It's like 3 games in, and like, this is so much better than Summer Game Fest was. I love indies.
With me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
Oh, bird watching book. God, the vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes.
This next game is from Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing. It's a really unique puzzle game built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
What? I have a feeling we're about to get superliminal vibes.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into real 3D spaces.
Whoa!
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
How the fuck do you do that?
Is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience.
How do you even
I think
begin to develop
everybody's
that?
just gonna have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
Excuse
me?
Doesn't look right. You can rotate reality too!
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay
God.
of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or
Oh,
Treasure
they
Chamber.
actually
People
name
also
dropped
compared it
Superliminal.
to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other.
I am so into this.
It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things. And, that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different people. And, we have people
I
from
played
all
a
over
bit
the
of
world who
Antichamber
have
back in the
such a
day.
diverse and
Never beat it.
interesting cultures.
And honestly, don't really remember anything about it. It was
Each
so
character
long
comes
ago.
from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of cultures.
I have a feeling the
and items and
I have a feeling
themes
streaming it would
we
make
learn
the
about,
bitrate crash
more
super
through
hard with what I
environments
remember of the
and
visuals.
storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces
Cats.
that really represent that character, who they are.
Where's
what they like
Nicolas
to do.
Cage?
I'm sure you noticed by now, but
True,
using
true.
film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
What?
Celia was always fond of games.
It's just
What the
very
heck?
important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This looks like a game you only play once, but you have such a good time with it.
Let's go!
Wishlist now? I will. I actually will.
We received a record number of submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation
And
team is always
wishlisted.
looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called
Yeah.
Haunty.
We do need more.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso,
more small
and
games.
I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty.
Oh, that is cute.
The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost, you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. And there's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game.
The
I
animations
think
are
you'll have a lot
lovely.
of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have.
I'm into this.
The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack.
I'm kind of scared because, like, everything so far has been a banger, and I'm waiting for them to put up something that doesn't impress as much.
And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, wishlisting is meant to help a lot. Fine.
Our next game is a bit of a blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then,
Oh no,
shortly
I've lost
afterwards,
it.
Both the game and its creator...
I can't find it.
That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their family.
Unpacking but
It's
reverse?
a truly unique, powerful, and special
Oh,
game.
shit.
And it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that Lovingly Restored and better than ever,
What?
Cart Life is back.
Simpler times. Yes. Does that have a... Yes, that also has a wishlistable page.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life.
And what was the name of the
Cart Life
haunting
is
game
a
we just
retail
saw?
simulator
I can't
developed
find
by
that.
Richard Hoffmeyer, and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons,
Two
he ended up
eyes.
pulling it off
That's
Steam,
where I was
but
going wrong.
All of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back.
There it is. Thank you kindly. Building up that wish list.
In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andris is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town.
Who Discs is trending on Twitter?
And Vinny has big dreams,
I love it.
but never
Gotta
enough
love
money
it.
to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in cart life, your resources
Yeah,
are
that was
limited.
weak butt spots.
You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no
I'm not
right or wrong way to
sure
play
how
this.
necessary
What
the
players choose to do with the time that they have with each character
voice
is
acting's a
entirely
bit
up to
rough.
them. Everyone's
I'm more
experience will be
questioning
different
the
based on the choices they make, what they
grayscale
prioritize,
aesthetic.
and even the order in which they choose to play the characters.
I'm not
This
sure if
means
it's
you can
adding
have
much.
A bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console
But
later
yeah,
this
no,
year.
apparently it's just a remake, so fair play. If it did well back then, I'm sure it'll do well now.
The skateboard renaissance has been going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Oh, world premiere. Okay, never mind then.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today I'll be talking about Hellskate.
Excuse me?
All right, Anton. First try. Here we go.
Yo?
No! That was a good combo! All right, that's it.
I'm sorry.
Too slow.
Is this like a character action fucking skateboarding game?
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters.
You
who will
can
do
grind
anything
the
to stop
enemies.
him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, in the far-off, far-flung land of 2002. I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this
Oh,
stuff.
good.
Super
Vinny
cool,
changed
super
it to
neat,
just
right?
chatting.
But,
That's what I was
of course,
hoping
we're
it was
bound
on.
to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro
I can't actually
skaters.
see it
all
reflected
seemed
on
to
my
me that
side, so
skate
that's good,
graphics
that's
create
good.
and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate
See,
is a skateboarding.
I'm
roguelike
okay with the combat.
that fuses together old school
Because we have
skateboarding
solid
with tricks,
skateboarding games that are just
manuals,
skateboarding.
grinds, jumps, balance meters with roguelike
I am
structure.
intrigued to see how they pull this off.
Just like with other games in the roguelike genre, death is a central mechanic in the game.
I'm happy with just chatting.
When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons.
Yeah, Bal, I'm hoping it works well. Because if it works well, they're the first ones to do it well.
The combat in our
It's
game
daring.
can be described as a fast-paced,
Risky,
skateboard hack and
daring,
slash.
could be
While
good.
you have your light
Could
and
be
heavy
bad.
attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning, and then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding.
Washi, I am a purist who insists that if your gameplay style isn't top-down, turn-based
Why
movement,
did you stop me
etc.,
from skating?
it's never a
Look at
roguelike.
yourself.
Yeah, it's never a
What do you think
roguelike.
happens when that gets to your
It has to
head?
be like Rogue. Otherwise,
Thank
it's
you
a
for watching
roguelike.
this
Most
review of
roguelikes
Hellskate.
are
Visually seeing
roguelites.
the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
There are very few actual roguelikes in existence. That was the fucking
In our
fire
next
giant
game,
from Elden
Henry
Ring.
Halfhead, you play as half a head. That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because
I am intrigued by that skating
Henry
game.
can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power,
Roguelikes have
and
Dungeons of
form,
Dreadmore and
you'll live the
Tangle
life of the
Deep,
title
Sword in the
character,
Stars, The
navigating
Pit.
sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based
But
developers
yeah, there aren't many.
Lulu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical
Dreadmore's
question.
so good.
Who is, how is, what does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry? Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life.
The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine.
You go to sleep by becoming your bed.
Tick tock, tick tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows
Yeah,
that
it
if you want
is
to
Super
change the
Mario
world,
Odyssey, but
you
you're
have to start
Cappy.
off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen
I'm
up.
baffled, but I kinda dig this. This looks like it would be a really entertaining playthrough.
For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth.
Oh my god, Washi.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Oh, hi Nilla. Welcome back. This show has been fantastic so far.
Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know. They just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin.
Oh my god. Ducky?
That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
No, don't do it, Henry. Don't doom scroll.
That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, good, he missed it. Can you imagine becoming your morning coffee?
The best drink Henry can make from beans. The candy of nature. Delicious. Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for
This
work.
is the type of shit that would release in, like, Japan only on the PS2. You know what I mean? Like, just something that's super quirky and bizarre, but, like, endearing.
If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun.
Yeah, like Katamari, Tulip.
Henry's not so ordinary everyday life in code.
That kind of vibe.
Henry, everyday life with a twist.
I am gonna wishlist that.
Our next
That-
game is from Jeppe
That's
Karlsson,
wild.
a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents.
Yo,
Rhythm
the-
action platform
the Limbo and Inside guy?
co-op arcade shooter Thoth. 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles.
Oh,
His
I am
teaming
bread,
teaming
Annie.
back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer
Annie,
of
you're
Thoth,
here.
and applying his
Was it
trademark
you that
puzzle
gifted
skills
me
to a
Subnautica
beautiful,
Below Zero?
mind-bending adventure game.
I've managed to forget who got me it, and I can't figure it out.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen.
I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
Yeah, because I have no record, Annie, of who gifted me it, just that I was gifted it. And I feel bad for not remembering who it was. Annapurna have done all sorts of stuff. Like Machinarium and goddamn... Honestly, too much. Too much. Botanicular, I think, as well. Yeah, they've gotten big. They do
It's an
publishing
adventure game with
now.
multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb.
Yeah, Stray as well.
Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that, we are now in a world outside. The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring.
Oh, this is the Futurama episode.
Let's jump out one more time. We are now in a world even further outside, and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up.
Oh no. I'm getting existential dread just looking at this. Yo, they published Outer Wilds? Holy shit.
Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles.
That website sucks? Really?
And you can even throw them into pipes.
Wasn't you, Annie? Okay, fair play, fair play. They're not web developers. Maybe they should have used Squarespace, sponsor of this stream. No. No.
You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in.
Jeez. Oh, really?
Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles.
I didn't know they did movies at all. Why does it have to be
Each
that
world,
movie
you
that
have
they
to
did?
face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters.
I have not heard of her. The name does not roll off the tongue.
We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Okay, not my favourite of the games shown so far. I see the merit, though. It looks like it would break my brain a
Now,
bit.
I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été.
Okay.
In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
You can both paint and pet the dog.
When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience, and as you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once.
So it's a walking simulator, but you
You'll
paint
also meet
everything.
plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted
go.
everyday anecdotes, and some of them
To
will even
paint stuff
commission
to
artworks from
interact.
you.
Whoa.
Using your bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas.
I can see this being relaxing. I mean, it's pretty enough.
That's where your creativity comes into play. At your
Oh.
ease, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far.
Okay.
Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions. And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation. With hundreds of unlockable stamps at your disposal and dozens of commissions to inspire you, the only limit really is your imagination. Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio.
Like, is that all of
But you
their
have to
best
dive
kept
into that story
secrets?
for yourself.
Like each of these
It is coming out in
artists?
2024, and we hope
All
you'll
of them
enjoy
are
your
like,
adventures as
I know
fellow
about an
painters
abandoned building.
in this lovingly crafted, whimsical summer world.
Hi everybody, how are you liking the show so far? This is the time where
It's
we take
good,
a brief
Tim.
break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept games into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the...
Tim, sorry. I thought that, yeah, I thought I was doing something here too. All right. Hey, Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here with a very exciting announcement. We're back. If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows like PAX West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypta the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro, Astroneer, The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we are so excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB.
Yeah, I've been avoiding
Head on over to
everything
our
I
brand new
can
website,
about Tunic, because I know I'll play it and love it eventually.
By signing up for our newsletter. Learn about new games, upcoming showcases,
So I've
digital
stayed as
sales,
blind as I
and the best
can.
ways to help support
When
the games
Sushi
and
was playing
developers
it
that
for
you know
his
and love.
subathon,
As
I
we've
was
always
just
said, individually we're
like
tiny,
keeping it on in the
together, we're many.
background. lowered the volume.
We have another world premiere for y'all, and it's also really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing
Sushi did
studio
play
called
it.
Land and Sea. They're famous
Wasn't
for the
too
Alto
much
series
of a
that you know and love,
fan.
But this next one is not what you're expecting
Got
from them.
stuck.
It'll be
Got stuck on a
herding
boss.
your way. It'll be flocking your way. No, I like herding. It'll be herding
But
your way.
Sushi isn't a
next
fan of
year.
Souls-like
It's called Summer Hill.
style combat, which apparently that was, so I think I might do a bit better at it. We'll see,
Hiya.
eventually.
My name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and creative director of Land and Sea. We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series. Now, over the last few years, we've been busy growing the team and laying the groundwork
I'll
for
play
our
it
most
eventually.
ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that
Like,
we care
rest
about
assured, when it
as a
comes to
studio.
streaming, the last
we're
thing that's
super
going to stop
excited
me
to be able
is
to share this
running out of
exclusive
games
first
to
teaser
play.
with
I have
you
so
today.
many.
So please, take a look, and I'll be back at the end to tell you more.
Okay, I have not played those. Pretty, though. Sheep confirmed. Dog confirmed. Herding confirmed. What if we held hands right there? Oh my gosh, could we?
We
You
hope
look
you
at some
enjoyed
people
this
with their
first look at our
1,000-something
brand new
Steam
game,
games and you
Summer Hill.
wins. I have
To give you a little more
2,000.
detail, Summer Hill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together, you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered
Humble
across the
Bundle is
mysterious
not
land
all Balbla.
that lies at the border of your home.
It's also Indie Royale and
Summer Hill
Indie
brings
Gala and
together gentle
groupies.
problem-solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking
So many
pastoral
bundle
landscapes
sites
to
that have
tell
come
a
and gone.
timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been
Oh,
massively
Bundle
inspired
Stars,
by the rich
Fanatic.
history and cultural impact.
Wait,
of
did Bundle
sheep
Stars
herding
become Fanatic?
There are a few people or
Or
places
fanatical?
that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name Summerhill is a name often given to
Yes.
highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months.
So
of the
many.
year.
So many bundles.
In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do
Steam
justice to
sales
this timeless tradition and tell a story that
They've
can only be
accumulated.
told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer. Best
Thanks
known
for
his
sticking
work
around
on
this long,
games like
26.
Dream
You
of
rest
Bandicoot,
well, okay?
Dreams,
Night, night.
and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Next up, we have an update on Eternites. This is from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side. And it's a dating action
What?
game. Now, you've heard a lot about this title. Sorry. What's happening?
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting
What?
Day of the Devs. But it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
Excuse me?
It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth
No,
fighting for.
not thirsty.
Eternites is a dating action game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a heartfelt love story.
The combat looks a little weak.
Can I
Is
be
that
honest
just
for a
me?
moment? Sometimes, with all baby's infected. It's too much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have someone special by your side.
But Spot, you had Vor Bloom in a battlefield right there.
What now? Did you just shush me? Because the teacher might hear us. Hey. Have you ever passed a note to your crush? I mean...
I do not care for
you
this.
can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not...
Wow, we are so cheesy.
You are, Leave.
We have so many mini-games that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle. So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons, date? I mean, so many things like train, scavenge, date. Did I say date twice? Anyway, you have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the world. The clock is ticking. Okay, cool. Bye!
Yeah, so we can't say the entire thing was a big success.
Wishlist now.
Next up, from Italian-Icelandic developer Evil Licorice, comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice, and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets.
Oh, this was in the Steam Next Fest. I jumped in, realised I couldn't understand anything, and uninstalled.
Like I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I
was,
take the knob or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for Retro Gadgets comes from.
It's very in-depth.
Digital gadgets.
Vex probably would love this, actually.
We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take
Hey
the
Uzzy,
best of both
Bandit
worlds.
Online 516 just gave you a
Bandit,
follow.
thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your time here.
All this is packaged in a
so like,
and a retro
you build all of these goddamn gadgets yourself out of all of the individual parts, and you can like code for them and everything.
Insane gadgets that go well beyond
it's super in depth.
So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access.
It's more than
on
just
Steam,
consoles.
and we have big plans in store. Bye.
And yeah, it was way too
If you've ever
complicated
watched
for
Mars
me.
Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have
But
become
it's
fascinated
definitely one of
by
those
the
games that some
hyper-specific
people are going to
contraptions and
absolutely
gadgets it keeps on
adore.
board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water.
Like that
Our
could
next
start
game poses a
electronics
very important
enthusiasts
question,
out.
though. Sure, Curiosity can tell
Yeah,
us
that
the
kind
weather
of
on a
people.
planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped
Yeah, like
objects
Bal,
point
it wasn't
A,
even a
point B,
puzzle game.
assembling,
Like,
piloting,
at least the
very
demo I
many
played, there
Mars
wasn't an objective.
And in doing
It's just
so,
like, here are a
you will
massive
solve
amount of parts,
pepperoni-based
do what you want
problems
with them.
that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting
They have not said anything
often
about
awkwardly
Frostpunk
shaped
2.
objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself.
Yes, when I am terraforming Mars, what I'm very in need of is a pizza. Okay, that got me. That got
The
me.
game will give you new toys to play with.
Goodbye, pizza. When your drone drops the pizza. This is a bomb.
The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world.
Hydrate, thank you. And stretch. Will do, thank you, Goopity.
One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item.
I would be so
and
bad
deliver
at
it
this.
safely to its destination, using the parts that you have available.
No, robot!
And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor.
I love the idea that it's terraformed to the point where you
finally,
could just
I'm
have
really
a
excited
swimming
to
pool
announce
and that's
that
fine.
Mars Coast Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
Wow. Mars First Logistics, just 2 weeks away. I'm so excited about this information.
The aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and
Theory, you were right there with me.
Fabrique has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Salt Sea.
So, Washi, are you installing that demo?
With every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt Sea Chronicles.
Hello. We are Die Gute Fabrik. I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Salt Sea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Salt Sea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew.
Wait, were they bike?
At the beginning of the game, you're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out.
The last game
across
was
the Salt Sea archipelago in
Mars
search
First
of
Logistics.
clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way. Salt Sea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats.
Oh.
As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Salt Sea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly different house rules. Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically.
I do kind of get what you mean about the aesthetic. Like, whenever I have
it's a story about a community
like
and how you navigate
CBTs
the world
at
together.
work,
And each community
little
that you
training
meet in
programs.
turn is going to be rich and amusing.
The
and
people do kind of look like this in them.
and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based
little bit.
storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done
Probably a good idea having a card
We're
game
so
made
delighted
just for
to
it
share
though.
Saltsea Chronicles with you all today.
People love little
And I
card
can't
side
wait for
games
you
and
to
this type of
explore
stuff.
the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
I swear I hear about Triple Triad more than I hear about Final Fantasy VIII.
All right, this next game, Sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made a super hyper duper long documentary series unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen in game development that never really gets documented because who has access like this? So here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing. It's amazing.
I think the only thing I've seen from Two Player Productions is Indie Game the Movie. I don't know what they've done since. I mean, if this took 7 years, then probably this, but
it's probably going to take financing from a lot of
I'm sure there's more.
Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking...
I need to play Psychonauts 1, never mind Psychonauts 2.
So there's a ton of stuff going on right now, it's kind of breaking me. But you know, it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a Psychonauts game in the near future. Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts.
Fallout New Vegas, Vagra. I haven't actually played much Fallout New Vegas, so I didn't know there was a card game in it. Thank you for the hydrate.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs, or to just hear about Day of the Devs in general, go to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors that have been with us since the very beginnings.
Oh, are we wrapping up?
We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us, ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around.
Do we have a big finale?
Please, applause for
Or
all the
is your
cool
finale
logos on the
a
screen.
documentary?
We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games ever since we started doing these digital showcases for Day of the Devs. Thank you.
This
again
just
for
reminds me that
your
Bandcamp got bought by Epic.
Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible.
That still makes me
Thank you
miserable.
for watching Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go
They
to
did not need Bandcamp.
dayofthedevs.com. The URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy.
Are you going to have a one more thing?
For these last many years. Definitely stick around. We're not completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia. Thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really cool. Happening right now.
Audio Jungle? Audio Jungle? Are we allowed to do this? Audio Jungle? Are we allowed? What's following this? I'm not sure if something was following this or not. I need a moment.
Audio jungle, 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 audio jungle.
Thank you, Miko. Keeping us safe. Let me check the Summer Games Fest schedule. There might be more. There might be more.
Wow.
Does that count as a burden video ad? But then, it's weird, because they said that they were backtracking on everything, but then there's still some of it in the newer terms of service or whatever. It's weird. It's weird. I'm not sure what Twitch are doing with that stuff. Let's see. Day of the devs. Alright, is this the schedule? Come on. Summer Games Fest schedule. I'll just Google it. Oh, that wasn't as long as it could have been. Okay, conference schedule. Day of the Devs. Oh boy! Really? Okay. Wait, why did they go from... Okay, so Eurogamer has a list of all of the shows, and it goes from using 12-hour time to 24-hour time between two entries. So it's got Day of the Devs at 10, and the next thing at 23. I agree, Bal, it's much easier, because they don't specify AM or PM. So it goes from 10 to 23. No, so it's in the same line?
Audio jungle dot 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 audio jungle dot
it's not over.
Audio jungle dot audio jungle dot audio
we have a single show left for the evening.
Audio jungle dot 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 audio jungle.
I think Miko is on a word limit, not a character limit. And I think I might have all counted as one word. Yeah, so it's actually Devolver Digital next. From the turn of the hour to midnight. So a 1 hour show. Good night, Mike. Thanks for sticking around. I'm gonna watch the Devolver show. If any of y'all want to stick with me, yeah, we'll do the Devolver show. Sometimes they're good. They're certainly all wild. So I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, refill my water, and I'll be right back if y'all care to join me. Vagra, I need to be up around the same time, so you're in good company. Yeah, so it'll end by midnight if you're in the UK with me, so... It'll be this, then a quick end and bed. Right, bathroom break real quick, and we will do the Devolver Direct. Don't go anywhere, unless you really need to go to bed, but otherwise, don't go anywhere.
Ooh. Ah. Nom. Nom. Meow. Ooh.
Hello, everyone. Sergs headed off. If you're still here, good night, Sergs. Okay, caught up. You fed the
Miko
PC
God
again.
at dodging redeems on BRB screen.
Yes, you just redirect them all to the PC, which is interesting of you. Let's get this playing lightly in the background, shall we? There we go. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, I've got... Okay, fine. Just as I put music on. Okay. 15-minute countdown? That's...
Ooh.
That's a long countdown. What the heck? How have I been? Well, I'm still sick, so a little under the weather. But I am having a very good time with all of y'all. Oh, we've got a new trailer in 20 seconds. I'm looking forward to quite a few of them. Probably not enough to pick any of them up at launch, because I basically never do that, but Simpler Times looked great, Haunty looked great, Beastie Ball looked fantastic, that looked adorable. Day of the Devs was definitely better than Summer Games Fest for stuff I was excited about. Okay, what have we got here? I am down for some random little trailers. Yeah, I tend to get specific Nintendo games at launch because in my experience they get their lowest price before launch as retailers compete to have the best pre-order offer. And then they just sort of stay really expensive, except for, like, the occasional deal that's at, like, one store in the UK, and it's like a real wild goose chase trying to get one of them. Hi, Pebbles! Welcome to our incredibly late stream. We're currently waiting for the Devolver Digital Showcase to begin. Thankfully, they are dripping trailers in the countdown. I'm gonna change my category and search. There we go. There we go. Okay. I need to get my bearings. Okay, what's this trailer? Sorry, Sludge Life 2 was that? What? What? It said eat the rich. Good start. I am confused though. Why is there a really long hot dog? Was there a Sludge Life 1? You own... Oh! You actually... So there is a first one. Well, that went under my radar. Okay, please open in my second browser window, not my first one. Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh. How about... Okay. If I clear up sickness, quick spicy food with health breakdown. Ah, now laser. The problem with that is I do in fact have bowel issues that I take medication for life, and spicy food does not agree with those conditions whatsoever. Part of the reason sickness hits me so hard is because one of those medications is immunosuppressants. So, it takes me a little while extra to get over my sicknesses. Not fun, not fun.
Wow.
I actually kind of dig this aesthetic. Now, washing. This is a bit loud. Yeah, I do enjoy spicy food. You know, to a point. I have my limits. But yeah, it's not advisable. It's not advisable. Yeah, Laser, it's not fun. Bleak Sword DX available now? Ah, sick. Want to share good food, don't want to kill you. I appreciate the lack of wanting to kill me. For the most part. No dragons were harmed in the making of this stream. I don't know. They did have the goal to show Call of Duty and Fortnite in the Summer Games Fest, which is honestly pretty not pog of them. That did me some harm. Oh my gosh. Bonds, good to see you. Welcome to the late night watch party of the Devolver Digital Direct. It is, stretch, thank you, Days. It's a late night. I didn't think I'd be streaming this long, but the events keep coming. Thankfully, this is the last one. So once we've seen Devolver get absolutely wild, we're good. Oh, that's a good stretch.
Armazoo is a joyful cooperative platformer where up to 10 random players team up and must combine the abilities of 50 different characters to win and complete a loop. Throw yourself on a spike and lay down an adorable little tombstone. Armazoo is about helping people, working together, and finding bliss in cooperation, even when things go wrong.
Yeah, sorry, that one of the trailers was just louder than the rest. So, I don't like that was, like, advertising playing with 10 random players. I definitely wouldn't play that. I have too much anxiety for that. Nobody cheered for the Fortnite announcements. I was too busy not cheering myself to notice. That's pretty good, though. I can appreciate that. Ooh. Yeah, but Days, I know those players in TF2 because it's Sushi's server and it's full of friends. But the only way I could actually play multiplayer games. Right, Fury? That's how it works. I murder because I care.
What are you?
Hello.
I'm mad.
Oh, it's the Hellboy game. Why would you hurt the cutie? Yeah, honestly, the best part about Sushi's TF2 server is exactly that. Like, people don't really care. They're just in it for the fun. We just dick around, use dumb loadouts. Sometimes we even play the objective. But only sometimes. And sometimes we play on Hydro. Wow, Hydro. What a map. Now connecting the TC Hydro, yes.
This Ezzy. So edible means smoochable.
But what are you about to say? Oh, hydrate, thank you. Oh my god, Budspot, not the time! That. Oh god. Like, yeah, like, not the time, but also, what a fucking combo. Jeez. Oh, Grasshopper.
James Mountain, community manager here at Grasshopper Manufacturer. And today for our 25th anniversary.
So when do I get to light up some demons?
Hey, what the hell, man? Hey, what the fuck?
Bullet train is here. Hell.
I love how he was just like, dude, what the heck?
No,
Is this the guy from Pillar is Dead or whatever?
Hey, every demon has the right to pick the music for his own funeral. I do love a party.
Demon Hunter.
What?
Your bullets have no fight, no penetration.
Oh, they have their own direct coming. Well. TV is video games you can't play. How boring is that? Wow. Yeah, I might have to do more of these watch parties, considering there are more events, but like, I don't care about most of the events. So like, maybe just like the Xbox show or something. Like the Wholesome Direct. I mean, E3 partially died because they were charging so much money to be on their show. So not only could the publishers... Shut up, Volvi.
Remember me? I'm back.
Yeah, they were charging so much, so not only could the publishers do stuff on their own time, they wouldn't have to pay those fees.
3, 2, 1. Let's play.
For generations of gamers, this is where it all began.
Are they parodying Apple?
Cultural icon of the gaming industry, more influential than any pop star or politician. The most famous video game mascot of all time. Devolver Digital's very own Volvi. You know him as the star of
Oh god, they put him in a bunch of games.
But where did Volvi
Oh
come from?
god.
Many years ago, Devolver Digital hired little-known designer Ronathan Trotfield and tasked him with creating a character that could rival the big names of the day.
You have to remember, we were trying to compete with the heavy hitters. Bonk, Gex, Awesome Possum, Arrow the Acrobat. And this was no small task.
Yeah, we spent a few years on it, but... to be honest, I don't really remember drawing it.
I remember Jonathan showing us that final design. It was a beautiful moment.
That face, those smart brown shoes, and of course, the master stroke, his one big hand. I'd just never seen a character with a hand that big. We knew straight away we had something special.
Volvi was introduced to the world in his first solo game, Field Run, which
He
went
has
on
a
to
big
become a
hand.
cult hit.
We were seeing the sales numbers going up and up. We couldn't believe it. The demand for the character was insane.
I think it's supposed to be a rat.
And so Volvi went on to star in a string of hit Devolver titles. Hotline Miami, Cult of the Lamb,
Laser Blast 3 just dropped 5 tier 1 subs.
Yo,
and has
Laser
gifted
Blast! What the heck?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. That's so nice of you.
The list goes on and on. Volvy's popularity had skyrocketed. He was an icon.
Everyone who's actively watching and got a sub, be sure to thank Laserblast. Enjoy the ad-free viewing and the emotes.
The Volvy merchandise was flying off the shelves. I'm talking clothing, toys.
That's massively appreciated. Helps a lot.
Even a range of what we called legally edible snack foods.
Volvy's Mystery Bites. Can you solve the riddle?
This is legitimately better made than most actual documentaries.
They're confusing to taste.
They're confusing to
Tastes and trends
taste.
are fickle. And as the years went by, kids began to want different things from their video game mascots.
We saw the way the market was changing, and we made the difficult decision to
Devolver director a
part
guilty
ways with
pleasure.
Ronathan. We had no choice. We needed to keep Volvy relevant.
It's Volvy 2.0.
Ah, take care, Washi. Always good having you.
We lost the big cheeky smile.
I don't need your permission to eat a meat burger.
Even the big hand for gaming. In favor of something with more attitude.
Guess what? I have an earache, and I don't care. It's graffiti time.
Looking back on it, maybe we went too far.
Volvy 2.0 performed poorly, and the character began a slow but steady decline.
So, we made the decision to quietly discontinue the Volvy franchise.
It felt like I was losing a family member. Well, a distant family member, but it was still quite horrible.
And, nobody's seen him since.
Until now. Good evening, and thank you all for coming to a very, very special night. I'm your host, Chris Jake, and you heard it.
Loud person.
I am so proud
Okay.
to present the launch event for the reboot, rebirth, and return of the world's greatest video game mascot.
God, we love Volvy. We do love Volvy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, settle down, please, because it gets even better. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Volvy's original creator, Ronathan Trotfield.
Like, are they going to do another thing where they release, like, an actual game for this?
What a moment. You are looking fantastic.
I know they did a free game a year or two ago. Like a digital showcase game.
Very nice. Wow, that is beautiful. That is amazing. And I
Very nice.
cannot wait to see what you and the team at Devolver have come up with. So, what do you say? You want to see him? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I present to you the new and improved Volve-E!
Oh, God! Oh!
Oh my God, he is back! Incredible! But how does he work?
I'm glad you asked, Chris. Well, we've taken
Winnie Calcium.
Jonathan's character so lovable, but we've given him a very important new update. With the latest advances in both biotech and machine learning, Volve-E fuses the DNA of a real vole with today's most powerful AI technology.
Oh, God. They're going to rip on AI, aren't they?
Instantly generate brand new, fully playable games based on simple
Ah,
prompts by the player.
Simple prompts, you say?
That's right. The consumer no longer has to wait for a bunch of slow programmers and stinky developers to be inspired.
Yeah, they're ripping on AI.
They can use
Of course.
Volve-E to play what they want, when they want. Here, let me show you. Hey there, Volve-E. Generate a game for me. How about one that, I don't know, is a cooperative survival sandbox, but with wizards?
Wait, this isn't that thing that's been trending on Twitter and no one knows what it is it?
Listen, and I'll tell you a tale.
There they stood, the six alone, the hunter, the maker, and the wild swamp zone.
Okay, I don't think it is. Good. But
the gate was thrown wide, the horror inside. The riders drew iron, there was nowhere to hide. Before it was done, our heroes, yes, everyone, they fell and died.
are they going to show some actual gameplay? Because I'm intrigued by the animation.
It's up to you now, kid.
Okay. It does have a very don't starve aesthetic. Yeah, I can see this being good. Oh, are you actually heading off, Days? I do dig the music. Wizard with a gun! Oh, work time. You take care. Have a nice day at work. Oh, wow. And there's a demo now.
So wait a minute. Are you saying that game was entirely generated by Valve E? No one had to spend any time or effort making it?
Correct. There was no real creative process at all. Just Valve E and his wonderful machine learning. Oh, no. Well, that's a good question, actually. Each prompt and game idea has to be digested by Valve E's powerful system, and so inevitably there are some waste byproducts.
So back to the games. Do you mean to say that anyone can give Valve a prompt? Even, I don't know, me?
Sure, Chris. See for yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm nervous now.
Baba.
Hi, Balby. Chris Jane. I'm a huge fan of the Talos principle, so I'd like to see something like that, but with new puzzles, a grander story, and big, beautiful worlds to roam around. Oh, And I'd like to see that gameplay right about now.
I can't help but notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. There's a
Tetrominos.
sense of aesthetics, of beauty here.
Oh, is this Talos Principle 2?
This place might be meant to test us, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
Oh, yeah, no, this is totally Talos Principle 2. I haven't played Talos Principle yet.
Our worth, curiosity, our persistence. I keep thinking, why puzzles?
You know, it's kind of sad that every single year, Devolver can make a presentation in which they rip on something terrible going on in the industry. Like, they've had their loot boxes, they've had their Bitcoin, they've had their NFTs, they've had their AI now. There is just consistently bad shit going on to make fun of.
I could really spend my disposable income on. Thanks, Volvi. Yes.
What happened to his big hand?
And the best part is that to create a game with Valve E, you don't need any game experience or any of that tech stuff. Who here hasn't dreamt of creating their own game?
I have.
Right?
I have.
You there? Yes! You have a game idea? Yeah, come on up here.
Come on.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, ow. And be careful. Be careful. No, please, be careful.
Sorry, it's just, I'm such a big fan. I've been playing with Volvi ever since I was a kid.
All right. So, do you have a game
What
idea
is
you
going
want
on?
to generate?
Okay, how about a super weird walking simulator where you control the character's legs independently from his body? Maybe there's some guys in horses' heads and possibly there's even a mountain?
Right.
But let's see, Volvi, what could you rustle us up?
Don't touch me.
I'm scared.
Nate! Nate!
Nate, buddy, family meeting, let's go.
Are you bringing him food again?
Not right now.
Talked about this.
Not right now.
You are
okay?
literally killing him with these pizzas.
You just want to throw him out on the street.
No, he's 35. I want him to.
He's still watching One Piece.
I want you to come up here. We're having a family meeting.
What the hell?
Oh, God. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be unbearable. It is 3D QWOP. And you're going to be able to lose so much progress, aren't you?
Oh, can you not?
It's just, I didn't.
Yeah, let's go back in time to when you didn't.
No, I was just trying to catch it with my, sorry.
With your
just
foot,
using my,
yeah, you tried to catch it.
I saw it was starting to go, and I just tried
to... You thought, I'll give it a good kick to counteract the fall.
Yeah, I was just trying to steady it. I might be over...
Yeah, you might have. You might have oversteadied it.
No, it's just a little oversteadied.
Well, it's not steady now.
No, well...
See you later.
So,
wanker.
This is absolutely a real game. Yeah. You need the power of the PS5 for that one. Let me tell you what.
But you don't own any of the intellectual property, and you still have to buy it. Okay, give her a big hand. Brilliant.
So what happens if we bring a pro into this?
A crow?
Let's give Valve something really special here.
What's up, guys? Hey, yo! Hey, how we doing? Guys, I am watching live, and can I just say, what you were doing out there, incredible. I could not be more excited to be part of whatever this is.
And thank you. We're all massive fans of your influencing. What sort of prompt would you like to give Valve E here?
Okay, try this, Volvi. A much-anticipated sequel to a hilarious online co-op game. Just more gameplay, more levels, just better all around.
So we're getting a sequel.
Okay, Valve, show 'em what you got.
I'm getting Human Fall Flat vibes. Jesus Christ. Well.
Hey Izzy, Fucula just gave you a follow.
Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Okay, so it definitely did have the vibes. Good.
Who wouldn't, right? Yeah, come on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that you have all met the new and improved Valve E, it's time for him to meet with you as we connect him to Devolver's global network of gamers.
Yeah, that's right. Come on.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Technology will be an open source tool free for us all to use.
Wow, that is generous.
Here we go!
Is it immediately going to become a Nazi?
Slight technical hit.
Oh god, no! Oh my god! He has a big hand! Devolver, what the fuck? Oh no, Volvi feels trapped.
Hey, I just wanted to say what they...
Yeah, what they indeed. No! Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ!
Hey, kids! Get 50% off all your favorite Volvi merchandise right now! Buy it now! A Division to
Yeah, they are absolutely actually selling this, aren't they? I don't think it's actually over. This was slated to last until the turn of the hour. Really? Are we actually done? Legit though? Is it actually over before midnight? Oh, it is! Okay. So that was a lot. That was, Okay, so for anyone who, like Vagra, for whom that was their first Devolver Direct, they always go balls to the wall. They invent insane shit and like really weird premises to show off their upcoming games. They're always ripping on industry trends. So, when loot boxes big, they were talking about selling loot boxes to people that may or may not have games in. When crypto was big, they sold an actual Devolver coin, but it was better than crypto because you actually got sent one. And yeah, wild showcases with weird acting, and they're a laugh. They are a laugh. Some are better than others. This one was okay. Naturally, Volvi never existed. They made it up for this to do a classic mascot revival. Oh no, we are not watching that.
What's going on?
No, I don't. Who are you? I do not know who you are, Cozy Snap. I do not know who you are. But yeah, absolute mess. Absolute mess. And I had fun. I'll probably do another watch party or two, depending on what games are coming up. What shows are coming up. I'll have to look at the schedule. But for now, I think we're done. I think I'm going to go to bed. I would like to thank all of my moderators.
LaserBlast3 just subscribed.
Oh, you won't be in the credits, but thank you so much, LaserBlast. Thank you to all of my new followers. Thank you to LaserBlast for the 5 gift subs, Rex for the 5 gift subs. Thank you to Ednam, Amble, Bal, Flicky, Jag, Pistachian, Cyrax, and Danny for resubscribing. Thank you to LaserBlast for newly subscribing. It's much appreciated. Thank you to Annie for the 50 bits, Danny for the 225 bits, Serg for the treat stream, much appreciated. I definitely needed that. And thank you to Dead Meat and Veritage for the raids. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I don't usually stream this long. Of course, today was just meant to be Mega Man, but I figured we'd throw in a watch party since I was going to watch these shows anyway. I will be away for a couple of days unless I see another thing I want to do a watch party for, in which case I'll post about it on my Discord server and my Twitter account. They are available in the About section below the stream if you're interested. Got to do that 8-day stream like sushi? Please no, I am very tired. But yes, barring any watch parties, I should be back on Sunday for some Metroid Prime Remastered. Hopefully I will be in good enough health going forward, and that I am on the up and up from my con crud. Right, I guess I'll see if anyone is going so I can raid them. If not, we'll end here. Is anyone going? My Stream Deck is not working. Fine, I'll check manually. Ooh, Kaji. I never get to raid Kaji. Looks like he is doing some art. Let's show Kaji some love. Kaji being somebody who got one of the gift subs earlier, I believe. There we go. So if you want to continue some fun, watch Kaji do some art, you're more than welcome. Be sure to post some cheering dergs in chat if you've got them, like so. It does not look like everyone's being dragged in, so if you do not see the raid message right now, please do follow on over with this link here. It would be much appreciated. Right, take care everyone. See you next time.